You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Let's talk about Russell Wilson because, my God, I mean, we're finding out this dude may be every bit the douchebag we thought he was. It's absolutely crazy. We're finding out that through a report from The Athletic, he wanted Pete Carroll fired. He wanted John Schneider fired in Seattle. Okay? Coach makes it to 2 Super Bowls, wins one, wins a national championship with USC, and you think you're worthy of a better coach than that. We also got a little more peel back the curtain from the situation in Denver last year. And I got to tell you, right up front, Sean Payton's not going to put up with this dude's shit. He's just not. Man, the more I read about Russell Wilson, the more I find him unbelievably unlikable. One of the more unlikable sports stars we've got. This is crazy. This is breaking news, actually, from ESPN by way of The Athletic this morning. And this story just broke with The Athletic. Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson pushed to have Seahawks coach Pete Carroll fired prior to his departure from Seattle, according to a report Friday from The Athletic. Another example of the tension that existed between Wilson and the team over his 10-year tenure. According to the report, Wilson asked Seahawks ownership in February of 2022 to fire Carroll and general manager John Schneider with hopes that the team would hire Sean Payton to be the new coach. Wait, what? Wow, okay. So he wanted Sean Payton up there then. Now look, I'm a big Sean Payton guy, but last I checked, Pete Carroll and Sean Payton have the same number of Super Bowl wins. In fact, Pete Carroll's got one more appearance in the Super Bowl than Sean Payton. In fact, look, a lot of people out there will be quick to point out they think Sean Payton actually underachieved with the New Orleans Saints, considering the fact that they had Drew Brees and some pretty good defenses. Now, I think he's a QB whisperer, and I think he's a hell of a coach. And I also think Russell Wilson better be careful for what he wished for. Because I got to be honest, I think Sean Payton's going to end up running Russell Wilson the hell out of town. And may very well just be the nail in the coffin of Wilson's career. I just don't think Payton has got the attitude or the wherewithal to put up with Wilson's crap. Instead, Wilson was traded to the Broncos in March for a haul that included multiple first and second round picks and quarterback Drew Lock, who served as a backup to Geno Smith as the Seahawks made the playoffs in 2022. I mean, look, let's be real. As of right now, Pete Carroll, the Seahawks ran away with the success of that trade. It's not even close. The Broncos then gave Wilson a 5-year, $245 million extension that included $165 million in guaranteed money. But the Broncos stumbled to a 5-12 season in 2022 that led to the firing of first-year coach Nathaniel Hackett and bringing in Payton as his replacement. And this is what's just wild to me. Instead of Wilson coming out and just denying it or whatever, he has his lawyer comment on this story. I mean, really? God. Hey, let's get my PR guy on it. I'm just, dude, you're not Michael Jordan. I mean, you're not. You're not Tom Brady. All right? You're not Peyton Manning. A lawyer for Wilson denied that the quarterback call for Carroll and Schneider's firing describing the report as, quote, entirely fabricated. The Seahawks declined to comment to The Athletic. You know what? I'm actually subscribed to The Athletic, I think, here. Let me see if this will open up. I want to see who did the story here. The Athletic staff. Okay, Mike Sando is involved. I would be absolutely, positively floored if this story is not completely true. Mike Sando is absolutely, completely in tune with the NFC West, the Seahawks, the Niners. I mean, Mike Sando is one of the best dudes in the business from a journalist perspective, a guy that does all of his homework, all of his crossing the T's, all of his dotting the I's. So, right, wrong, or indifferent, Russell Wilson, I'm going to believe this story for right now. The Athletic also detailed issues with Wilson's first season in Denver, with the players, coaches, and staff members questioning some of the control the quarterback had. Okay, so everybody's mad. Everybody with Denver's mad. Players, coaches, staff members. That damn equipment guy's pissed at Russell Wilson. You want to talk about absolutely flamethrowing an organization. Examples included weekly private meetings with the offense held by Wilson, an office, we knew about this, located away from his teammates. I didn't know about that. Play suggestions from Wilson that Hackett would add to the game plan, and personal staff members the quarterback was allowed to have in the team facility. We know Sean Payton has already shit all over that. You got to wonder, I would love to know the plays that were given to Nathaniel Hackett to add to the game plan. How successful was Russell Wilson in running those plays? I would love to know the percentage of those plays and how successful they really were. Or did he literally hand plays over to Nathaniel Hackett that might have completely bombed? I would love to know that. Payton appeared to stifle some of Wilson's power earlier this month when the coach said at his introductory news conference that Wilson's personal quarterback coach, Jake Heaps, would no longer be in the Broncos facility. Yeah, they just hired 28-year-old Davis Webb as a quarterback's coach. Interesting. Quote, I'm not too familiar with that, Payton said in a February 6th. It wasn't even a press conference. It was afterwards. When asked about Wilson having Heaps in the building with access this past season, quote, that's foreign to me. That's not going to take place. I'm unfamiliar with it. Our staff will be here. Our players will be here. And that will be it. ESPN previously reported on the tense relationship between Wilson and the Seahawks, with sources describing a dysfunctional situation built towards an eventual breaking point. Oh, yeah, and the Rams released Bobby Wagner, too, by the way, after one season. He's probably realizing that team's not going to win anything this year. Going to go find another team. I'm throwing Dallas out there. That was really rumored prior to him going to the Rams. Wow. Bombshell from The Athletic. Mike Sando's involved in the article. Like I said, especially when it comes to things quarterback-related in the NFL, but things NFC West, Seahawks, Rams, Niners, he's really in tune with the Seahawks and the Niners. This report makes Russell Wilson look terrible, especially in light of the success that Pete Carroll and John Schneider put on the field last year versus the success that the Denver Broncos had. I mean, right now, the Russell Wilson trade, if you're the Denver Broncos, and you know why they hired Sean Payton, it was to save Wilson's career, but most importantly, try to justify what people have already called the worst NFL trade since Herschel Walker. Not to mention the contract. All right? One could argue George Payton should have been run off as GM just because they didn't have to extend Russell Wilson. And they gave him a monster deal. All right? And this continues to make him look worse. There's always been rumors out there that he views himself in the same manner that people view Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. You are neither, not even close. A damning report on Russell Wilson that makes him look even worse. And instead of ignoring it or him coming out and denying it, I mean, it kind of goes back to the Marshawn Lynch, Richard Sherman thing where it was like, you've got to go through a PR guy or a manager or a lawyer to even get to Russell Wilson because that's where your ego's at. The lawyer came out and said it was completely fabricated. It would have been better if it would have said, and look, I understand most agents are lawyers, if it would have said, Russell Wilson's agent came out and denied this. That would have sounded better than Russell Wilson's lawyer came out and it oozes douchebaggery of the utmost levels of the atmosphere at this point. Wow. All right. That's breaking news. I mean, that just came out and I was shooting a video on it like 15 minutes later. Looks terrible. I think Sean Payton gets rid of him, by the way. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.